in Kramatorsk, when our teams were actually forced to stop offloading supplies and had to evacuate to safety following the nearby explosions. We are also helping local authorities to identify and register unaccompanied and separated children. We are providing families with much-needed humanitarian cash assistance and increasing awareness to minimize the risk of explosive ordnance. In Zaporizhia, I visited a reception center set up by local authorities, run mostly by women professionals, for displaced people to access health and psychosocial services, have a warm meal, and rest temporarily. These services are critical, but they are not the solution. Many of those who were able to flee early have been able to find sanctuary in other countries. It is not clear how those who are being displaced now will actually fare. They have been exposed to violence for longer and may have less resources at their disposal. Resources are already overstretched, and local residents live in a state of uncertainty as the sound of air raids and warnings from local officials ring regularly, reminding them that the front lines may soon reach them too. Excellencies, I'm particularly concerned about the widespread presence of explosive remnants of war, which expose children to the risk of death and horrendous injury. Eastern Ukraine was already one of the world's most mine-contaminated stretches of land, even prior to the recent escalation. This reality is rapidly extending to other parts of the country. We are also carefully monitoring the health, rights, and dignity of women and girls as the risk of exploitation and abuse grows. And we continue to reiterate the need to ensure that children who have become separated from their families and who live in institutional care are protected, and that every effort be made to obtain caregiver consent and authorities' approval before these children are evacuated or relocated. In closing, I want to express how proud I am of our UN teams both inside Ukraine and in neighboring countries. The work they are doing is indispensable. I want to also salute the remarkable resilience of Ukrainian doctors, nurses, teachers, and social workers, especially women who have been at the forefront of the response. I was personally deeply impressed by the care they are providing children and families. I visited an underground maternity ward in Lviv that is staffed 24/7 by a team of tireless women assisting birth amidst air raid alerts. Local women's organizations are mobilizing grassroots networks to care for the most vulnerable, even under the darkest of circumstances. Their courage and commitment are a light in the dark. But most of all, I want to entreat all those with the power to end this war to actually use that power. The lives and future of millions of children hang in the balance. Excellencies, the math is simple. Every day the war continues, children will continue to suffer. As humanitarians, you can count on us to continue doing our work, but there's only so much we can do. It is time to end this war. Ukraine's children cannot afford to wait. Thank you.
Mr. Fontaine, thank you very much. I now give the floor to Ms. Katerina Cherepaka, who joins us on the video link.